Hello and welcome back to Deus Ex Human Revolution, and when we last left off, we witnessed Adam Jensen's transformation from Serap's head of security to an augmented cyborg, and since the operations evidently went way beyond a life-saving surgery, I can only hope that it was within our contract, because, anyhow, I think we worry about these things later, because we still have to rescue at least the one hostage. I think this is the manager of this plant, yeah, and up to this point we managed to prevent, loss of life for the most part. We didn't kill anyone, but we knocked out plenty of teeth along the way and crushed some skulls presumably, and also some ribs incidentally, and the occasional leg and the occasional arm, but it was still not lethal, so our hands are clean as the saying goes. And in case I didn't point this out this episode, I did lower the difficulty from maximum to medium, because I got very tired of being gunned down with 2 or 3 bullets from the most basic of firearms wielded by the most basic of enemies in the entire game, and sometimes I want to actually use some firearms and get into a gunfight, and I simply can make this happen if I'm totally scared every single time of a single bullet flying my way, despite my augmentations. And I'd rather not have a repeat of the situation in Deus Ex the Fall, where we were gunned down very easily, even with 60% damage reduction, never mind 0 as we have right now. But regardless, hopefully we can achieve some sort of more enjoyable game balance instead of sneaking around everywhere, because, well, it's nice and all, but sometimes we want some variety, and sneaking around everywhere also requires us to map out the entire area perfectly from start to finish, because if we get spotted, as we saw in this episode, we get gunned down immediately and the game punishes us for every single mistake, you know, even against the most basic of enemies. So hopefully we can continue today, save the life of the plant manager, and also talk down this guy, maybe, presumably, even though we still have to retrieve the Typhoon prototype, which of course is our priority. Rescuing the hostages wasn't actually, at least in the mind of our entrepreneur. Yeah, there certainly was some tension between us and our boss after the event 6 months ago, unsurprisingly, because, apparently we don't have a body in Human Revolution, really. I mean, after playing for Riddick, which came out in 2004, you know, at least the first episode, not having a body feels like a distinct downgrade. At least the Deus Ex the Fall could be excused for being a mobile port. This game has no such excuse, incidentally. Okay, so let's just take a look at our map, incidentally. I think we mapped out this area pretty thoroughly, and yeah, okay, it's just as large as it was in the Fall, incidentally, really wide, though. Okay, so there's the lift or whatever, or the, I'm not quite sure, airlock into the server room. Otherwise, we knocked out everyone except for the guys in the warehouse, and that's something the SWAT team can deal with. Okay, at the moment we can't upgrade anything, and money doesn't seem to be as hard to come by as it was in the Fall, because sometimes we need to buy some firearms. And yes, we can also unlock more inventory slots here for our lovely little Tetris angle. Alright, so we have the stun gun, we have a pistol, we have a machine pistol. Okay, it's actually any decent. I remember it being somewhat decent, but only against basic enemies, because the machine pistol lacks ink stopping power. Especially against body armor / bell tower ghouls, as you would think. Okay, at the moment has of course high rate of fire and basically no damage. Okay. Yeah, here gangbangers. High rate of fire. Okay, useful against multiple weak enemies. And you can read the fluff if you want to. It's apparently chambered for 9x90, which of course would not be super useful, because it's a reality with augmented and armored people everywhere. Alright. Target is seeking flashetti system. Okay, then I guess it would be pricey, or alternatively we go with a decent firearm instead of the machine pistol, but the ammo should be somewhat cheaper, I'm hoping. Okay, so otherwise we can bunch down on some on one energy bar, and we can also pop open a bottle of painkiller. Okay, let's just see about our quest items. There are no quest items, but thankfully it's not shared inventory. Okay, otherwise our augmentations we can do right now. Yeah, alright, so Pocket Secretary, I think we read for all these messages, so it only needs the main mission, which of course is to retrieve the Typhoon. Let's just continue our path. Yes, we can use the events again if we want to do so, but it would be a lot slower, wouldn't it be? I think we have the security cameras to worry about, but I don't care right now. Don't think it makes any difference if we trigger the cameras or not, so let's just keep running here. Yeah, I don't think it makes any difference whatsoever, frankly. Okay, so yeah, whatever you want to do here. Leave us be for now, please. Okay, we have 1.5 magazines, and of course, since I reloaded last episode, we also have a concussion grenade still at hand, which is good. Decontamination, so okay, the pistol has a decent ammo supply, apparently, of course it's 10mm, but I think we can upgrade this with extended magazines later on if we feel the inclination. But at the moment, of course, we want to continue our non-lethal approach, so that's what we're going to do. Would take some time to repair the damage around here, I would presume. Yeah, restricted area. And this is a lift, right? Okay, fantastic. Right, okay, well, hopefully we can manage. That would be slow. Are we authorized? Technically we are authorized, I would think. Yeah, we cannot take cover here incidentally in case you're wondering. Okay, so... Augmentations. Vital. Because there's a practice kit back here. Okay, we know how to use them. They work a bit differently as compared to the fall. Okay, so let's just see what we can accomplish. Apparently we don't feel like peeking around this particular cover too far. For whatever reason. Yeah, is there someone? Is it a camera? I think it's a camera actually. Okay, we don't need to upgrade anything right now, I think. Advanced hacking. Okay, okay, what do you want to tell us about advanced hacking?
Some of the obstacles that can be circumvented by hacking include turrets, cameras, and robots. All you need to do is find a security hub controlling these obstacles and hack it.
Yeah, okay, it's not always that easy, but okay, so there we go. Maybe we should put our praxis point into upgrading our hacking abilities. Okay, there must be a turret here someplace, otherwise why would you show us this thing? And I do see the vent. Yeah, there's the security station next to the server room. The vent could be interesting. I think we should be strong enough to move the crate out of the way. But at the moment I want to actually take a look-see here. Okay, camera, security system. I get it now. Wow. I suppose we are still very fragile, even with normal difficulty, which apparently is the recommended way to play the game, according to the description in the main menu. So the gameplay is more or less exactly the same as the 4, just less clunky. Because it was, well, it wasn't really made for PC first, was it though, but it was well ported from consoles, or at least co-developed at the same time. Okay, hello there friend, we can also move this about, I think, once we're strong enough to make it happen. Yeah, I think we are. Don't mind if I do. We can also stun these things, we have done the same in the 4, didn't we? Yeah, at the moment it's too heavy, but we can move these things around. It is still shoot because they've been, well, separate power source in the base, I guess. Something like this. Ach, whatever, it doesn't matter right now. What does matter is dealing with the guy in here, of course. Apparently they're also running some interference. Okay, there's the hacker. Well, someone is here. Okay, then we have a surprise move inside here and see what we can do. Did I see something about radioactivity? Why though? What could you possibly be using here that would be radioactive? Oh, cutscene time. Don't seem too well, sir.
Step away from the console, now!
Oh, he's plugged in directly.
Help me!
Oh, I think this guy may actually be remotely controlled, right? Interesting, like a drone. Reminds me also of Riddick incidentally. Oh,
where
that's nasty.
else would I be?
Patch me to Seraph, now.
That's the template, I suppose, then, right?
Adam, it's David. You got the Typhoon?
Yeah, but you were right about there being something more behind this. Because I've also got a dead purist in here with some pretty interesting cerebral implants.
Don't touch him. We'll need an expert to recover his neural hub, in case it's booby-trapped.
Copy that.
Okay, so don't search the body.
SWAT's pressure me to let them off the leash. Find them before they do, and deal with them.
Okay, is it a suggestion there, boss? Okay, I'm not quite sure we can talk him down. I do believe, well, maybe it's possible. But as a reminder, we're playing the original release from 2011 and not the director's cut, so some situations cannot be resolved on DVD, but I think this may be one of them. If you want to do so. Okay, interesting. So I'm not quite sure where they're holding the final hostage. I guess we'll find out pretty soon. Can it be too far away? Yes. These are not movable incidentally. Okay, so we have to play with the security turret, or we do not, because, well, they bypass this entire thing. I don't remember if the smoke grenades in the game, but even if they do, well, maybe these turrets can just look right through that. Thermovision seems to be a pretty commonplace augmentation at least, so why is it not applied to these turrets? What makes sense? Everything is heavily militarized in this reality anyhow. Alright, that was interesting. Some memories are coming back to me, of course. Okay, there's a concussion buy-in. I could use a concussion buy-in. Okay, apparently it wasn't good enough, or we were too slow. But it doesn't matter because the turret cannot shoot at us, possibly. So let's just see what we can get here. Stop worm, alright. Yeah, the turret cannot shoot through here, and I think it's even bulletproof glass. In this case, it actually does make some sense because it's a security checkpoint. Since everyone is within guns around here. Okay, pocket secretary. Okay, windmill and China boy. Yakuza, nee, Yasura, I'm sorry. So someone is talking with someone in China. Huh. Okay, so the people were hacking. Interesting. And we know there's an arms dealer next to the abandoned gas station. So we don't have to hack anything then, as it would seem. Oh, that's poor security, sirs. Yeah, windmill. Okay, do I have to type it in VD? Okay, whatever. Immersive, I suppose. Okay, I guess it does give us some experience here regardless. Yeah, access restricted because, well, we are too low level to make that happen right now. That's what the praxis point would be good for, I guess. Okay, I'm a little bit confused because we already came from back here. I didn't see any entry position, so do we have to... Yeah, as you can see, the turret is autonomous for the most part. Now, we don't have to come through here, so did I miss anything? I'm just blind, that's probably the answer, right? There we go. Just to make sure you go through that room. That's why the disused servers are back here. Unless you could be missing something. Okay, head office, well, that's where they're holding the hostage, I believe. Would seem likely. Not quite sure if Adam Jensen or his player is the best negotiator. At the moment, we don't know a whole lot about this guy, except that he ditches augmentations after the 2 tours and the Gulf Wars. 4th, 5th, 6th, who knows, in this universe? I mean, oil would still be important for the manufacture of plastic, for instance, you know, and other materials, essential ones, incidentally. And something I pointed out in my Industry Giant 2 Let's Play, incidentally. Okay, alrighty then. So what are we doing back here? Not quite sure. Our boss is not popular around here. Okay, the SWAT teams are moving in, so we cannot waste too much time, then I would figure. Probably. So they can clear out the rest of the gangbangers we left behind. I'm fine with that, actually. Okay, well, then we better get moving. Scoot out the area pretty thoroughly. Otherwise, be careful, because there's one hostage, and if she gets gunned down, it's all in our record. And also our conscience, incidentally, right? I would figure. Maybe. Maybe we should just throw a bucket of paint in his face. Okay, I don't think it would be the greatest opener, right? Would it be? So what are we doing back here? Cup of dudes still. Really? Oh, if you want a piece of the action, then you get a piece of the action. Times of the essence. Okay, one down the stairs. One guy in the... Okay, I suppose we can bypass some people. This is not a door I just discovered. But this is certainly. So, let's just see what we can find and how we can approach the situation. I mean, we can see here, it means we open the door and then knock him out. Some beer, sure, why not? Okay, I cannot take a look-see on the bottom floor right now because it would be too dangerous. Would expose me probably. Yes, so the news here, they can just mask some of my movements. Okay, so the other guy is down below, so the outline is extremely faint, especially because it's gray and all.
This is the second time the biotechnology firm has been attacked. The first time, 6 months ago, on the eve of controversial hearings set to scrutinize the company's research. With those hearings permanently on hold, many are now wondering if something else may be going on. Is David Seraph hiding something? For tonight, this is Eliza Kassan reporting to you live from Picus.
Okay, but he actually turned around.
Back now to that breaking news coming out of Detroit. Police are still not saying much about the situation, but sources tell me that
yeah, he's just standing there, I think. But with my luck, it probably would turn around exactly in the same... Oh, already then. He's looking down there. Revolver ammo. Oh, we're not using a revolver right now. I don't think we'll take that chance. Yeah. Don't make him visible, just lower him to the ground. Carefully and slowly. Then we crouch again. That's the good idea. Okay, this guy we can actually search without any problems. And he has a machine pistol. Okay, of course his firearm was holstered by consequence. So, next on the menu is this other guy, I think. Yeah, but going down the stairs that way may not be the smartest idea. I mean, he has a gun to the head of the hostage, you know. We don't have any bargaining chips for that, really.
I need to remind you folks that this is the second time the biotechnology firm has been attacked.
Yeah, it has been indeed, right? Okay, so the other guy also didn't feel like moving, I would think. Burn in hell, sinners. Okay, well, that's always a nice welcome. Oh, there are more dudes than I thought would be here. Okay, interesting. So, unfortunately, the other guy has a loot out grasp. Maybe it would have been a good idea to knock him out, but of course, we were too slow. And thankfully, no one can see me through here. I mean, there should be, but of course, there aren't. Okay, at least 3 people. Okay. So, the van seems more appealing by the second here, frankly. Okay, anything on here we can see? Newspaper. Well, they can be updated over the internet, I guess, right? In this case, that does make some sense. They want to sell you a new copy, right? It would also be updated over the air, I guess. Or did I see an energy bar? I may have. Lots of construction plans back here since they were trying to set up a production line. Okay, Pocket Secretary. That could be interesting. So what is it all about? Oh, you again. Oh, whatever. Some people are even drunk, aren't they? I think they are. And the Global Politics Review 2026 edition. Ah, interesting. So it's slightly out of date. Oh yeah, I remember that, of course. The United States are falling apart. The Civil War hasn't broken out yet, but it's not too far off. And China, of course, is still on the meteoric rise, of course. Well, the Chinese-US trade war is a reality in real life as we speak right now. So it would fit in quite well, presumably. Yeah, that would of course cause a widespread discontent. FEMA and the NSA. Okay. Well, California is the strongest economy in the entirety of the United States, right? I think they're actually more powerful than many smaller nations worldwide. I think they're in pretty high up there. I think I remember being them in the top 30 even. Yeah, so if they want to well, declare independence, it could be possible. Okay, VD. Okay, that's even worse than I remember it being. Alright, it was interesting. I do like the world building snippets here. This is also another scenario where the tranquilizer rifle would be a good idea, you know. But of course we don't have it. Or we could just gun them down with a machine pistol or 2 too. Then again it would not be proper because I want to do this non-lethally. Okay, we're going down of course. It makes us a traveler. So 3000 odd experience is not a whole lot in this game anyhow, as you can tell. Oh, of course the bathroom. Where else would we sleep to? Okay, whatever. Oh, we can actually use these, the urinal. Yeah, sometimes you just have to. Okay, as in Deus Ex the Fall, these are currently offline. Okay, we sneak. Okay, well, this is clean, right? Well maintained area for a change. Okay, well, good job there, janitors. Good job indeed. So, for people, we saw as much. So, what are we doing back here? Meeting room, okay. As a reminder, people back here with the basic machine pistol, they're super default, so unless we can isolate a couple of dudes, well, it's not going to happen on D4D. Okay, you are also standing there. Lots of blue flashing lights outside. Not a bathroom, well, don't mind if we do. It's probably the ladies' bathroom. It seems to be in line with Jensen's character. Learn to trick or two from, yeah, Ben Saxon, I guess. Yeah, we can probably slip into the meeting room, I guess, right now, if we want to do this, maybe. We can. Alright, there was a computer of interest back here, at least they said so. Yes, we can try to attract some people, search for the trash. No, I want to search for the trash and pick it up. Tranquilizer down, while they're telling us something, if only we can do something about that. Okay, that's the guy back here. It could be a target, maybe. Yeah, would you come inside, please? And then you sleep tight for now. And with a pocket secretary, alright. Can we maybe direct his body into some darker spots? I don't think he will see that, right? Necessarily, no, he doesn't, of course, which is nice. Okay, then so let's just take a look, see at the new information snippet. Another computer. Okay. Okay, also don't leave the firearm behind. All I deals with one, guys. Okay, anything of interest back here? Probably search for the drawers, see if you have the opportunity. Stealing from our employee again. Yeah, don't get spotted for the window because I think they could probably see us from back here. Okay, nothing of particular interest. At least the 3 people in the room and the hostage taker. If we do this quietly, chances are he wouldn't be on high alert. Hence, less tensed up out of the way, I would figure. Maybe. He's coming somewhat close, but then again, there's no opportunity to drag him into cover, right? Probably. But once again, if you want to do things on D4D, we have to use range options or map out the entire area with absolute perfection. And I'm not going to jump up to that at all times, as we saw this episode. Or maybe not, because I did cut out some tedium in the middle, because I bashed my head against some sort of enemy group, and that ended in failure over and over and over again. Only one mistake, one bullet, and I was immediately toast. Yeah, and that was on the highest difficulty level, so hopefully lowering the difficulty to normal / medium would make this a little bit more enjoyable, because I don't want to sneak my way for the entire game, you know. At the moment, it's good practice, is my status I set for myself here in this particular mission. Okay, he's searching. If it was only 2, I may just knock one guy out, because he cannot. Yeah, okay, that's not going to happen from this angle. I can obviously see that. But we can set ourselves up for that and keep observing. That's an option. But not, of course, if the guy is actually walking towards us. Yeah, they're close, but not close enough. What's the third guy doing? I can't really tell. I think they may still see that, but it's best we can do right now. Okay, so that deals with one guy with a machine pistol near him, which is good. Okay, so once he's over here, it's probably pretty isolated, and we can deal with 2 people, I think. We can knock out one guy, and can you actually see that? I think maybe just behind the pillar. He's looking for the doors anyhow, from what we have seen. Patrols early on in the game are very rigidly scheduled to make it easier for you to do this here.
Shit. I don't even know what any of this stuff means.
Then why bother, right? Then why bother indeed? Yeah, no, the hacker, are you though? Okay. Alright, wow. Sometimes, as you've seen, if our head sticks through, they actually see us, as you would think. And sweet dreams, my sir. Okay, more passwords vào they're throwing your bone in case you don't want to upgrade your hacking, which I don't intend to do right now. With the optical media, but it could hold terabytes at this point in time, who knows? Okay, apparently we don't have any... It's not important right now, we can do this after we search for the corpses. I mean, the hostage situation is probably slightly more important, wouldn't you say? Okay, give me the pistol. The handful of bullets, another pocket secretary, okay. Happy digging, okay. Isn't that nice to provide them with this information? Yeah, machine pistol, I think it's still back here. Okay, then so we search for the drawers and pick up anything we want to carry, or can carry for that matter, because once again, stealing from the employer, that's always a good idea. Okay, apparently we don't have codes for every PC around here, but we guess, I guess. I think it's good training, we have 5 items left anyway. Although we are at a slight disadvantage, but 0 doesn't raise any suspicion, at least it shouldn't. Yeah, this is, makes it easier, of course. I think 0 doesn't raise any suspicion whatsoever. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I think being undetected also gives us a big bonus. Theoretically, I think.
Access granted.
Yeah, don't accidentally waste these supplies, that would be swell.
Access granted.
Fantastic, we are script kiddie and nothing else, right? It's pretty hilarious. Okay, overtime hours, we already read that, of course. So some computers are hackable only for the experience, then I guess. That does make some sense when you think about it. Okay, I'm not quite sure who V Clark is, but hopefully he doesn't mind us taking a look-see at his computer. So, wow, these are easy peasy, shouldn't pose any substantial challenge here anyway. 60% and we managed to succeed, isn't that something?
Access granted.
Maybe we could have done this the other way around, you know, for the stockpile there, whatever it was. Okay, so yeah, it's just for experience sake more than anything else, but that makes some sense, just some generic office space. They couldn't possibly store anything too important in here. I think it's all we can do, right? Literally. There's nothing else in here of interest from what I can tell. Or then we try to resolve the hostage situation then, presumably, carefully. Could be someone else back here. They really trashed our nice little office, how rude of them. Even knocked over the potted plants that would be starving for lack of light back here in this dark corner. And I don't think these are growing lights. Maybe they're plastic. Augmented plants, what are the chances? Oh, anything is possible in this universe, of course. It's just way too dark and no plant could grow there. Oh, so augmentations started way earlier than I thought they did in this universe. That would explain why we have so many advanced systems at our disposal. But the rest is just techno-babble to me, but I get the gist at least. The Aero industry apparently was the leading technology operator at this early on. Okay. Well, people have been augmented since like 30 in-game years, so the earliest augmentations there must be completely obsolete. Well, that's the problem with integrating technology into your body. Yeah, isn't it? Detroit Post, okay. Interesting. Right, okay, then we have a final confrontation and hopefully we can do something about that.
Don't lie to me! I don't want to hurt you.
What about the guy that kid on the factory floor?
But I will if you don't give me a choice.
If you didn't want to hurt anyone, you should have stayed home tonight.
Oh, look! Serif's attack dog! You're here to clean up before the police bust in? He thinks we're breaking the law. Shut up! All you body polluters break laws. You're all the same.
You're gonna have a hard time convincing people you're any different once they hear you had an AUG on your team.
What?
I found your attack dog in the factoring labs, trying to cut through security with his implanted hackware.
Nice try, Cholo. But I would never let one of you freaks on my crew. Ah! Back off, Hanser. I got business to take care of, understand? If what you say is true, and I'm not saying it is, you hear? But I gotta check things out. So me and la vieja, we're leaving.
Are you? Let's see about this.
You know I can't let you go with her.
Stand down, Hanser.
Yeah, point a gun at me and not the hostage.
Stand down or this bitch is dead.
Bullshit. You're bigger than that. You don't kill civilians.
Damn right.
Really?
I'm a decorated
What about the
vet,
goons though?
and I won't be jerked around. I need to find out who's behind this, and right now the boss lady is my only ticket out of here.
Listen to me. Whatever's going on, it's big. You've got a better chance of getting to the bottom of it if you work with me. But I can't do a thing until you let her go.
Are we letting him go?
Are you stupid? I don't work with AUGs. God, you must think I'm some kind of moron. And who can blame you? Because it's exactly what it must look like to everyone right now. Trapped in here by the cops, and my only option is to take a hostage. How screwed up is that?
Yeah, it's kind of screwed up, but you can only blame yourself for that, man. Can you not? Well, I'm not quite sure about this character, though. Yeah, maybe
You're
doesn't.
better than you think. You're still standing, and that's more than the hacker was expecting. You said you're a vet, so I know you've got the balls to handle this. You don't need the civilian to get you out of here.
You got a good point there. But still, I know you're kind. I saw it 1,000,000 times in a go.
Yeah, we're fighting war with
The only thing
cyborgs,
augmented wolves
essentially.
like you care about is gaining the advantage. Just like the cops out there. I'd have to be stupid to do anything you tell me to.
Not sure, man. I think we had the wrong approach from the beginning, didn't we?
The cops will be looking after civilians. They're too busy to worry about you. But if something happens to her, you will get their attention. Their priorities will shift, and all you'll accomplish is getting yourself killed.
Nice try. But if they're so worried about this AUG lover, then they'll make sure nothing happens to her, won't they? You know what? I'm done talking here. The sorry son of a bitch who lied to my brother messed with the wrong family. Now I'm gonna track down everybody and anybody who helped them and laugh when I ripped their fucking heads off.
Evidently we have upset him quite
Anybody else
badly.
in this world can do to stop me.
Interesting. That could be actually the plan.
You've got more honor than the man who betrayed you. You're not gonna let your brother down like this. The hacker was
A bit of a
expecting
DPR,
civilians
but
to
of
be in the
course,
building
good
tonight.
work.
You were supposed to take hostages and force the cops to silence you permanently. But you're smarter than he is.
Enough. I don't know why you're
Yeah,
trying to
see,
butter me
that's
up,
what I
and
meant.
don't
I'm
care.
not a good negotiator.
But for once I agree with you, Skinner. You'll never be anything until you give up all those phony ultralimbs and live like a real human. But me, I am a great man. And I need to clear my name. So me and the human shield are going now, for real.
Wow, fantastic.
Police! Stop right there!
And there we go. That's why I don't send any head of security be a negotiator. Let the experts handle that.
Adam, what's happening? What's your
Oh, for
situation?
goddammit sake.
Adam!
Sanders is gone, boss. But I'm pretty sure he's just a dupe. Somebody else set this up.
Damn it. Okay, I want you back here now. The admin building has a rooftop terrace. Meet for Rita on it.
Copy. Jensen out.
Well, we tried and we failed. Next time around, that is what you guys already know. I think we can put it squarely on the boss because many things are in our dossier, but being a negotiator is not one of them. Okay, fantastic.
Jensen? You're the guy who was sent in before?
Yeah, well, except for that lady.
Those hostages owe you a lot. Nice going.
Yeah, so I didn't know anything about this guy, so we just had to take some leaps, and apparently my intuition was incorrect, so I can only apologize because I don't remember all details about this game, so I guess.
Way to secure the terrorist leader, Jensen. Now the bastard's free to spread his lies and cause more trouble.
What? Oh, he gunned the horse. I thought they gunned him down? Yeah, she's gone. The event that's catastrophically bad. They killed the hostage and they also let this guy escape at the same time. Vidi, how? Yeah, what a clusterfuck. Man, unbelievable. Yeah, she's toast, right? Great. That went absolutely horribly. I suppose next time we open that fucking door with a gun in our hand and not this bullshit here. Okay, fantastic. Well, I'm actually upset with myself and also upset with Jensen because he just opened the door announcing his presence instead of just going with a stun gun, you know. Of course, we're opening the door and we are doing the talking stuff because it seems sensible. But then again, I have no dossier on this guy. There was no proper briefing. Saw some horrors and the ripped off his augmentations. What type of dossier is that? Like, seriously. So I think it's all on our boss, incidentally, for this horrible disaster here we call a hostage negotiation. Unbelievable.
Access granted.
Hopefully your fucking typhoon is safe now, right? That's all you care about anyhow. Yeah, of course. Yeah, Nigerian chambers of commerce. Well, of course, I don't think it's really a thing any longer. Fucking fantastic, man. And it makes us also look better in front of the public as well as the SWAT guys, you know, former colleagues, and understandably so, I might add. So they let him escape, Vidi. They let him fucking escape. Vidi? How? No, goddamn, what's sensible? They have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people in here. They let this fucking guy escape. And they let the hostage also get gunned down. Unbelievable.
Sorry, Mr. Thorpe, but the target is unlocked.
Yeah.
I can't let anyone in.
But my wife, she's still in there.
Yeah, you didn't hear the gunfire? I'm sorry.
You'll have to wait until the building is secure. Now back up and let the SWAT team do their job, please.
I have some questions about police procedures in this universe, right?
She's dead, isn't she?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, at least I can break the news.
Was it that Sanders bastard? I need to know.
Sometimes hostage negotiations.
Yeah, especially if it's set in the rookie.
Breakdown? My God, where were the police
Yeah, indeed,
in all
right?
this? I never should have trusted you. Not after. Just
Posted
leave
my
me
photo.
alone, Mr. Jensen.
I mean, partially, yes, I do get that. I mean, it leaves me a little bit speechless, so sometimes things don't go smoothly, but then again, I don't know anything about this guy. Do we want to be humble? Do we want to be confrontational? Do we want to be honest? I don't know. And I want to reload, of course. So if you make some mistakes in this game, we have to deal with said mistakes. Then again, it's mostly due to the poor priority and decision making here on our boss, Willy. At least have that fucking typhoon now. Unbelievable. Everyone will be angry for the rest of the game, presumably, even though we rescued at least 8 hostages along the way. Yeah, fantastic.
Not quite what you signed up for, is it,
No,
Jensen?
absolutely not.
Excuse me?
Sneaking into your own factory to hide stuff while the boss holds the cops at bay? Don't get me wrong, I love Mr. Seraph. I just hate it when contracts become more important than people. I thought you did too.
Yeah, but we did what we could, certainly. That's apparently was the best.
I do. But things don't always go according to plan, Malik.
I'm pretty upset with
I
that.
did what I could.
I'm sure you did. You ready to go?
Well, yeah, well, what else is there to do?
Yeah, get me out of here, Malik.
Your wish is my command.
Forget about this stupid place.
Climb in.
Unbelievable. We need some pep talk with our boss. Pretty badly. Send any professionals. Now the security officer just recovering from a life-altering surgery and being called to work early. So, yeah, should probably point this out to Self incidentally. He's actually partially responsible for the death of this hostage.
New orders just in, Jensen. The boss wants Pritchard to examine the Typhoon ASAP.
Copy that. Thanks for the lift.
No problem. Hey, and Jensen, I just wanted to say, new look suits you. Like, you haven't missed a beat at all.
Thanks.
So,
well, it's debatable, but I appreciate the compliment.
Being augmented.
Excuse me?
Don't take it the wrong way. I mean, I've got a few neuro enhancements myself. Discreet ones to help me fly better. But I chose to get them implanted. You didn't.
Yeah, how about that?
Now that you had a chance to try them out, what do you think?
Is it in the contract? Well, it didn't make our job any easier. I mean, partially, of course, it did, but still. Yeah, I think that's how I feel.
I'm not gonna lie and say they didn't come in handy back there. But like you said, I didn't choose to get augmented.
So it'll take some getting used to. I get it. But don't be surprised if the boss keeps pushing you to get more.
Why? What do you mean?
You know how he is.
Yeah,
he thinks augmentations are the be-all, end-all of everything. And he can't understand why someone wouldn't want to become more than human.
Megan used to say the same thing.
I'm not surprised. The research she was doing was pretty damn inspired. Might have convinced a lot more people to give what we make here a try. If
that bastard hadn't killed her.
Listen, Jensen. I know you want to find the men who attacked us, and so do I. If I can help in any way, all you gotta do is ask.
Keep it in mind, thank you.
Actually, there is something. I want to know about the first attack.
Fine. Ask away.
Yeah, we already know because we played through the 40s at Beltor Goons.
Did anyone else see them? The men who attacked?
Not well enough to get a description. Pritchard got some fuzzy images off one of the intellicams, but his tapes were all confiscated by Homeland Security.
Homeland? I heard Homicide passed it over to Special Investigations. Detroit Special Investigations.
They did, for the first month. After that, all I really know is
starting the
case is still
investigation.
pending,
Okay.
and Mr. Seraph is not pleased.
Well, understandably so. I'm not quite sure. Evidently disrupting this conference in Washington.
I've been thinking about why they attacked. What they were really after.
Isn't it obvious? They didn't want us going to Washington.
No, that was just timing. Hearings can be rescheduled.
Really? I don't think it was
Somebody
that
else can present
coincidental.
Megan's findings.
I don't think so, Jensen. They took out her whole team. Declan Faraday, Vasily Savchenko, Nia Colvin, even Eric Koss. The labs their bodies were found in.
Were burned to a crisp. I know.
The only reason you weren't caught in the fire was because that retaining wall came down. Saved your life, believe it or not.
So the whole attack
Who would do that? I mean,
was just to destroy Megan's research.
Sure looks that way.
Still.
Mr. Seraph is hoping to reconstruct it, but it may take months. If he can keep us solvent that long.
Okay, did you see anything for that matter?
You were there that night. What do you remember about it?
That it was chaos. First, everybody figured there'd been some kind of accident, but Pritchard couldn't get a good visual and communications were haywire. Then we heard the explosions. By the time anyone knew what had hit us...
They were gone.
It was a professional
However
operation, wasn't it?
Jensen. Special training.
Yes, yes, Tyrant. Level good. Yeah, okay, we already
I'm
do
gonna
that.
find him, Malik. One way or another.
I believe you. And just so you know, when you do, I've got your back.
Thank you.
I appreciate that, Malik, but right now...
You've got to get the Typhoon into the tech lab, right?
I would shake your hand for this, I think.
Oh, and Jensen, the boss wants a face-to-face debrief in his office once it's secure.
Of course he does.
Good night,
Yeah,
Malik.
good night. What a nice character. Okay, war everyone wirklich super angry with us, right? Of course. Some people on smoke break. Okay, then I think we do our objectives in that particular order instead of... Oh, okay. Maybe these people have something to say. Please, they're on the same team, I'm hoping.
Talks all over the office, Mr. J. You really took care of those Purity First assholes. Wish
Well,
I could have been there to see it.
Didn't kill anyone for that matter. Directly. Dentist will be busy, I presume. Oh, I'm up for a drink right now. Oh, Jensen, maybe. I actually do have some beer. I would suppose that has already made world headlines. Oh, who is that? Augmented Nigerian pop star. Why not not sure about the status of Africa in this universe? Hopefully it's doing a little bit better than in current real life. No, no. Of course we still have Islamist terrorist attacks in Nigeria. Of course we do. So nothing has changed after all, apparently. Isn't that lovely? He's coming to Detroit, incidentally, if I don't misremember. I think we'll have to deal with him at one stage or another. I'm not a good talker. Well, we can learn something about his character before we do this. Yes, I think if we linger around for too long, Sarah will start bitching at us again.
Humanity Front. Speaking from the tarmac at Wayne County Airport, Taggart called the attacks
an extremely regrettable affair. I'd
yeah.
very much like
Lovely.
to meet with David Seraph in person, to offer my deepest sympathies and assure him that these attacks are in no way linked to Humanity Front.
Of course it isn't. What else would you say, you big dumb idiot? I don't even want to hear this. Stupid slimy idiot. Same in real life all the time, is it not? You know, one of those guys, you have heard all of them, essentially. Yeah, they're even silent against me because I'm doing so poorly, apparently. Okay, tech lab first, of course. Where can we go from here, actually? Okay, it leads down to the maintenance area. It's all handy dandy.
Talks all over the office, Mr. J.
Yeah.
Really
Okay, then no one has anything else to say because, well, apparently we are a failure once again. But this is only partially our fault this time around.
For a second, he was with Purity First. I think someone slipped him into Sandra's group to manipulate those
Yeah,
thugs.
exactly what happened, I would presume.
Who would know we were developing the Typhoon?
The same people who attacked us last time, Roy. I mean, come on. We were testing it.
Yeah, that wasn't a coincidence, of
I'll
course.
give you that. So what? You think a foreign government is behind this?
Governments aren't the only ones hiring mercenaries these days. Isolé, Kusanji, Taeyong Medical.
Yeah, but would they even resort to these measures? They are very extreme, of course. Even in this universe, I would think so. Okay, our office is on the far side here someplace, but I guess we see Pritchard first. Yeah, okay, I suppose so. Get the nasty stuff behind us sooner or later. Well, hello there, Pritchard.
Well, if it isn't Mahatma Gandhi himself, come to honor us all with his life-preserving
Yeah, but with the nasty attitude.
If this is about the Typhoon, I'll get to it in a minute.
Now, Pritchard. I didn't risk my neck to have you lose it in a pile of CPUs and scuzzy adapters.
Well, look at you,
scuzzy, huh?
using the big words.
Scuzzy,
Don't
baby.
think just because you hacked through the plant security system so fast that you're an expert on everything computer. There's a reason I can't examine the Typhoon yet.
Do tell.
For your information, I am running a diagnostic sweep on our network and router security to find out how Sanders' hacker got a hold of our codes.
I'd have thought the first question to ask is, whose codes were they? Unless you already know.
Stick to kicking down doors and shooting people, Jensen, and stop trying to do my job. I guarantee you we'll get along better that way.
I sure hope so. Okay, is there anything else you want to talk about?
Just leave, Jensen. I'm very busy.
Get off my fucking hair, he says, right? I'm taking the energy bar for that attitude, sir. Speaking of which, your office tech lab is not the tidiest one we've ever seen. I think these are surveillance monitors, you know, CRTs. Probably. I think this pile alone will probably draw a good 1,000 watts, if not more than that. Yeah, probably. CRT monitors were hilariously inefficient when it comes to energy consumption. I think a screen of the size will probably draw 125 watts, roughly speaking. You can do the math in your head then for these, I guess. Okay, alrighty then. It's a bit lackluster here after the attack, of course. And it's the Blade of Shintaro. So I don't speak Japanese, and he's also a fan of Final Fantasy 14. Oh, it's actually 27, right? I'm sorry. Okay, so I guess then we check out our office. There should be something on our monitor, I think.
Finally, someone who can get things done. Welcome back,
well,
Adam.
So that everyone hates us because he doesn't know yet.
David and you, Darrow? Hell if I know. What did Bill Gates and Steve Jobs talk about?
I bet he's trying to convince him to come out of hiding and make a statement that will counteract Bill Taggart.
Darrow is not hiding. He's working day and night in the Arctic, trying to save the world. That's what millionaires do when they get bored.
Not all of them. Not all of them.
Did you know that?
Not all of them. Okay. Evidently was also before the rise of certain people, of course.
What's your take on this, Adam? 2 attacks in 6 months? Can't be a coincidence.
Yeah, so there is no coincidence, but unfortunately we can reply to that. Okay, we need to use the elevator, of course, but before we do this, let's just head to our office. Yes, we can also break into every single room here and read for the emails, but I think it's unbecoming of our alter ego, and hence I'm not liable to do this incidentally.
Oh, did you hear yet? There was a demonstration at the limb clinic. Anti-augmenters, mostly peaceful.
Mostly. The Troll's finest out of them, I'm thinking. Huh? Hopefully so. Yeah, I don't want to do things that are completely out of character for Adam Jensen.
The UN wouldn't even be considering restrictions.
We don't know that for sure.
And if they hadn't been considering it, Bill Taggart wouldn't have gone to Geneva to give that damn speech, and no one would have tried to kill him.
There's no way you can say that for sure.
Let me finish, Will. We had the world's sympathy for a while, but isn't it funny how quickly it turned on us?
We just need to show the world what good human enhancement can do for people. We need to finish what Megan started.
Yeah, but without the research and the labs, it will be a bit difficult, right? Okay, but where was our office again? Over here. Apparently it's our vision. Alright. I'm not sure what you're packing. I see a baton, and they probably also have a pistol, and we saw some dudes with assault rifles being gunned down by the tyrants. Yeah, interesting. Right, security manager.
Best thing that's happened in this company all year.
No kidding. General O'Neill would have canceled all our military contracts if anyone got a look at it.
O'Neill would be the least of our problems.
What do you mean?
Think about it, Calvin. The Typhoon is a suicide terrorist's dream. Imagine if Pike has found out our own government requested it.
Oh, right. Well, lucky for us, Jensen was there to recover it.
Yeah, aren't we lucky? So, okay, we do have access already, so we don't need to use the keypad, I guess. Okay, so we have some peace and quiet, so let's just see what we actually keep in our office, other than huge assortment of mail here. Maybe we should tidy up the space a little bit, that would be a good idea. Probably, oh, a room bar. Okay. Interesting. Okay, and apparently that's the... oh, could be a prototype for the Icarus landing system, who knows? Self Industries, yes. Okay, plenty of folders here and files. Okay, intercom, as you would think. There's a pocket secretary. Let me guess it's our pocket secretary. Some vines, apparently, we're not clean, or at least dry. Interesting. So, from Pritchard to us. Mandrake. WD. Home computer. Wow, we do have an apartment in Detroit, incidentally. Okay, so let's just see what's in here. Yeah, if I can type today. Okay, there we go. Access granted. Wasn't that fantastic? Security concern. Alright, so okay, who's writing us an email? It's one of our employees, our colleagues. Alright, let's just read this from top to bottom. Could be useful. It's of course a part of our job. So we should pay some attention at least. Okay, someone is skimming things off the top here, as it would appear. Unlike Deus Ex 4, I don't think there's a crippling shortage of augmentation drugs here in this game, but still. Okay. Yeah, probably know that already, don't we? Office 23, okay. But we can read them from everywhere, I believe, right? Okay, but I suppose there's a back entrance. I do remember that. Okay, so it's part of our job, so we should probably do it. 23, huh? Alright, so the moment we see the cameras, everything is handy-dandy. I think it's fine. Office 23, huh? But if you go for the front entrance, it could raise some suspicion. Yeah, there is 23, okay. So we're just gonna walk into here. I suppose we could, since we have the access code and we are the head of security. So let's just do exactly that and investigate this option. It should concern us, of course. Okay, they're reading what exactly? Yeah, that's never going to happen. Only in science fiction. You can't even keep people in the EU for that matter. Oh, it's a prediction. Doesn't necessarily have to be true, of course. Okay, while searching for the lockers and the drawers, it's usually pretty low stuff here for us, but okay, apparently we are kleptomaniac. Of course we are. Well, hopefully it isn't snitching. Okay, who's the security chief? I thought I was the security chief. Yeah, I think we already read that email, but it's kind of important. Remember that, please. Yeah, they don't need new pause. Okay, 32 they say. Okay, recruitment efforts, an update to what exactly. We're going to recover you, get the usual spiel, do you not? Okay, research results, we can take a look. See, so room 32, which of course is upstairs. Okay, well, didn't give us anything except an access code for an unrelated relationship or opportunity, anything in between. I don't see anything that seems immediately suspicious. Huh. Yeah, I don't see anything out of the ordinary, so okay, 32 I think it's set, right? Yeah, 32, okay. So back up the stairs we go, so we have a need to get in here anyhow, as it would seem. Okay, did you see anything of use here, sir?
Jensen. Didn't think I'd see you back here. I guess I couldn't find anyone competent to take your place.
I said a self-insult, but I think you may actually be genuine in this case. So 32 it is, okay, offices, okay, to the right then, after coming up the stairs. Yeah, that's right across the hallway essentially, right? What's with the numbering on this stupid floor? Ah, really? I guess that we also take a look, see and see what we can do. Even though it's not really related to our current investigation. And our boss is still waiting. Right, okay, there's a vent, huh? Interesting. But you know what that means? Oh, the founder of Pikers, really? Huh. Okay, well, it's a short book if it only has 2 pages. No? Yeah, that must be what they were referring to in the email. Interesting. Yeah, this is a major scientific breakthrough because if you do remember Deus Ex The Fall, apparently the integration of augmentations and regular tissue is next to impossible without a drug. And this actually occurs naturally. That would be an absolutely massive breakthrough. Yeah, Patient X, there's it is again. Yes, as you can see. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Okay. But apparently, well, there we go. It's written right here. You really shouldn't, mate. You really shouldn't. Okay, so Pritchard's still talking about security. Okay, they're having some fun around here, but nothing of immediate interest. Okay, but of course we are not coming here for the drug problem, are we though? Really, I mean... Okay, since it's officially part of the investigation, why don't we do exactly that and see what we can do? Even though I didn't figure we would be looking through these offices here, you know? Seems a little bit low even for Adam Jensen. Also looking for these drawers, because they would certainly notice, right, wouldn't they? Yeah, hopefully our fingerprints are not on that thing. Okay, fucking bell tower. Oh, and also England or United Kingdom, there's a difference here. That would be kinda important, I would figure, at one stage. Maybe. Yeah. They are military cooperation, but they are more massive and also they have more freedom of whatever they want to do in this universe. Yeah, they're pretty nasty, as we've seen already. And that was only the first taste here in Deus Ex The Fall. It will get even worse. Okay, this computer is indeed unlocked. Okay, we need to see the camera, I guess, or at least the record of it. Okay, I'm not quite sure where the freezer is. It's in a lab someplace, I guess. Okay, this have we already read here, of course. Okay, apparently they don't want my involvement, of course. Interesting, because it makes you look bad. Is that what you care about? Inside the lab's freezer. Well, I'm not quite sure what the freezer is for that matter, and the signpost isn't super useful, right? Okay, this door is locked, but the other one isn't. Well, it is close to the vent, so it doesn't really give us anything of interest. I think some of the quests aren't marked. We just stumble upon them once we make our way through the game world. Sarah would be kinda upset about us, right, if we linger around here for too long. So I suppose we take a little bit of a detour, get our debriefing, but after taking a leak, presumably. Yeah, maybe. There we go. And then we also wash our hands, especially once we meet the CEO around here. Even though we don't shake too many hands, from what I've seen. Yeah, we're pretty reserved, aren't we? Mostly passive-aggressive. Alright, so is it actually marked in our quest line? It would be interesting to know. No, it's not, of course. Well, eventually we get there. Okay, where's actually the laboratories? Where's the freezer? I have no idea. Maybe find out eventually. It's not tied to our security system, apparently. It's no obvious. Nice name for a company. Okay, and there's lovely Detroit with the people mover.
I'm telling you, Hugh, he might not have put the gun in Sanders' hand, but it was Taggart's speech to the UN that started all this.
Oh, that's a bit of a leap there, sir.
William Taggart is nothing if not a shrewd political operator. You know that, David.
He's actually here, that's unexpected.
I have to look him in the eye and let him bullshit me?
Yeah, it's politics.
With a smile. Always with a smile.
Hologram, okay. Yeah, they said he's in the Arctic, right?
We'll talk later.
Yeah, you wanted to see me?
Yeah, how you feeling?
I've had better days.
Yeah,
When we're done here, check him with Dr. Markovic at the limb clinic downtown. Can't hurt to get a checkup.
If you insist. Listen, about Sanders?
Yeah, about Sanders. What the hell were you thinking? Letting him slip away like that? I sent you in there to take care of things.
Hostage, that was my priority, boss. But it wasn't done on purpose, I can assure you. All of these options are terrible. They don't actually reflect what we had to do there, or what transpired, essentially. None of this makes any sense, and as a response, frankly, nothing here makes any sense. There wasn't planned whatsoever.
And I did. The Typhoon is safe. Sanders
Yeah, but the hostage is dead, so we failed in all accounts, really.
He's not the mastermind behind this, boss.
So you cut him a break?
I didn't.
The man broke into my facility and took hostages, Adam.
Really?
I thought you were ready for this.
Everyone shits on us for this here, apparently. That's what I thought.
Being run by somebody else. I intend to find out who and why, so that it never happens to anybody again.
Good, because so do I. That hacker in Sanders' group, you're sure he was augmented?
I pulled his cables out myself.
Yeah, well, the police are saying he's not, and they're refusing to let me see the body, no matter how much money I threaten to pull from their retirement fund.
Great, fantastic. So, it doesn't make any sense, frankly. We didn't let him go. And we were not really meant to negotiate with anyone because we're not part of the SWAT any longer. I'm not quite sure what we did there in SWAT, but apparently we're a run-and-gun type of character, not a negotiator. So next time around, send in goddamn professionals if we want to keep these hostages safe, man. You can't even confront them about this, why not? None of the responses here make any sense whatsoever with the situation because I didn't let him go purposefully. You can do that, I do believe so, but still, the game just behaves as if it happened that way, which of course it didn't. That makes me upset for whatever reason. Whatever.
Maybe someone else is offering more. So what do you want me to do, boss?
We have to get a look at the corpse. You still got friends on the force. You
I don't think I will after what went down there at the
you
factory.
Think one of them will let you into the morgue?
Depends who I run into.
Get over to the station and find a way inside. Because if that hacker was augmented, his neural hub might tell us who he was.
That's illegal.
Contact me when you've gotten a hold of it.
Yeah, it's not exactly legal, is it though?
Boss, what you're asking me to do, it's not exactly legal.
No, it isn't. You got a problem with that?
Well, should we press that point because evidently we know about his mindset. He doesn't really care about legalities. I would certainly, but I think we have resigned already, and so did I.
Just figured I'd point it out.
Oh, thanks. And believe me, if I had another option, we'd be taking it. But these past 6 months, seems like all the influence I built up in this city just dried up and blew away.
Well, you were able to keep SWAT from infiltrating the plant until I got the Typhoon.
Just barely. And now someone else is pulling strings to keep us in the dark? We need that neural hub, son. It's key to finding out who's behind these attacks.
And taking out the men who did it. I'm on it.
Yeah, are we though? Fantastic. Okay, apparently we have a decent working relationship, but I just don't trust this guy. Okay, he can do whatever he pleases.
Adam, were you just speaking to David? I didn't know he'd finished his call. Is everything okay?
As well as can be expected.
Yeah. Yes,
like I know what that means anymore. The phone's been ringing off the hook ever since Bill Taggart's little press conference this evening.
Taggart. Sarah was speaking about him when I walked in. What's the founder of the Humanity Front saying about us now?
Oh, he's all sincere this time, denouncing all the violence that's been committed against us.
He is slimy. It's oozing off him.
His deepest sympathies.
Right. No wonder the boss seems grumpy.
Can you blame him? If it were up to Luddites like Taggart, you would have died on that operating table. The problem is, he knows how to play on people's fears.
Tampering with human biology can be pretty scary.
Tell that to all the war ants whose lives have been improved because of it. But if Taggart has his way, if he can sway popular opinion enough, then the United Nations will be forced to take a stand. Mark my words. That man is trouble.
But he's not the only one, incidentally, right, isn't he? Okay, we also have, well, What is that? I don't remember. Oh, under the bathroom. Okay. Right, okay, it's of course on the top floor, so it is the fanciest and the cleanest of the entire bunch, I would presume. Okay, we can hide in here in case we want to hide from our boss, even though we also have tracking systems in our augmentations. Okay, that's nice, I suppose. Okay, but they give us more things to do, I guess. Okay, well, we're breaking into the police station then, I suppose. Maybe. Sounds like a part, frankly. Official access, that's not going to happen, since we're no longer a police officer. Okay, but I want to see if we cannot find another lead on to the shipment angle.
Adam Jensen?
Yes, we will do this momentarily. It's right over here actually, isn't it? Yeah, I think it is. Someone waiting for us here?
Hey Jensen, glad to see ya. Damn it, now I sound like his girlfriend or something.
Well, I'm already here.
Hey Jensen! Man, it's good to see you. I'm glad you're back. How are you holding up?
I manage.
I'm sorry about Megan. I know it must be hard.
Remember you, maybe by chance?
For a while we thought you were a goner too. Everything's going to shit. The attack on HQ, and now this mess with the factory.
Yeah, tough times all around. How about you, Corella? You okay?
I don't know. I fucked up. I mean bad.
What happened?
Well, a couple of months ago, me and Tyndall, you know, one of Pritchard's techs, we started sneaking out some neuropozyne from one of the labs.
Jesus, Tim.
Yeah, so we came in to confess, that's a good start.
Worse, arrested if the company chooses to prosecute. What were you thinking?
I know. It's complicated. I didn't want to do it at first, but there were good reasons. Anyway, now I want out, but Tyndall has security footage of me stealing the stuff and says he'll expose me if I ever stop helping him. I'm in a bad spot, Adam. I need that footage back. I know you're busy with everything that's going on right now, but I could really use your help.
Okay. I suppose the boss should care about these things inside the corporation. This would probably upset him.
Neuropozyne. What could you guys want with an anti-rejection drug for augmentation patients? Reselling it? Providing a competitor?
Why do you automatically assume I was trying to turn a profit?
It's this universe, we know how things work around here. Really altruistic motives? Could be, I'm not quite sure.
How about Tyndall? Can't you reason with him?
You could try, but Tyndall's a pretty driven guy. I mean, the guy's like a rock. You need a Casey aug or something to crack him.
Casey?
Social enhancer. It's an augmentation designed to read people's reactions and behavioral patterns. Higher end series even allows you to directly influence people with pheromones or something.
Pretty ballsy stealing a patented drug from a secure lab. How'd you manage to do it?
Both Tyndall and I worked the night shift every other week. I stashed the neuropozyne in a bag while he edited the security footage. Guess he kept part of it.
Yeah, but okay, why did he do it? He didn't say, did he do?
What is it exactly you need me to do?
I need you to get back that security footage Tyndall has on me. It's probably in his apartment. Or his computer, maybe.
So what?
Sketchy and sketchy.
I just look him up in the phone book.
His apartment is near Brooklyn Court. It might be tough to get in because his building has a large security gate protecting it.
Well, that's just great.
Hacking the security gate is possible, but would require advanced hacking skills. You might have to look around for an alternate path. Maybe use the fire escape or something.
I really expected the chief of security of the entire corporation to help you with this stuff, but this gets exposed. My head is also on a shopping block, incidentally, and we are about to break into the police station by the sounds of it. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. Why would Adam ever agree to this? He wouldn't. Flat out.
Sorry, Tim. But I really can't get involved with this right now.
There's not much I can do without your help. Look, if you change your mind, I'll be around.
Maybe we should just tell our boss about this, frankly. That's probably something we should be doing. Okay, footage they say. Okay, we're not breaking into this guy's apartment for the sketchy stuff. Forget about this. The head of security, we're keeping the company safe as much as possible. They're indulging in stuff like this video. Yeah, Mitchell and this other guy, already forgot his name because apparently we have a history. But I don't as a player, of course. Unbelievable. Okay, so well, we found some details. I suppose if we absolutely want to do it, but it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Okay, I suppose then we head over to the limb clinic and also pay the arms dealer a visit. You goddamn idiot, man. Okay, well, at least get out of my office if you wouldn't mind. Yeah, I'll get lost here before I do something uncalled for. Unbelievable. There's no way Adam Jensen would ever agree to this. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Okay, so out on the streets we go.
This whole thing just brings back bad memories. I love working here, but it's hard knowing that at any second...
God, I can't talk about it. What if another bunch of radicals burst through the door, like right now, and start shooting?
Yeah, that could possibly happen.
It's so awful, because you'd be the first to... I mean, you'd be...
I'd be the first to what?
Obviously, you know what she meant. Don't play dumb here, lady.
Nice job tonight, Adam. I heard most of those vandals got arrested peacefully. Things could have been so much worse.
Yeah, we did our best, even though we didn't succeed rescuing the final hostage, and I'm still upset about this, because, well, if we don't have any dossier, what can we do, really? Pen and paper still? Interesting.
Mr. Jensen! Oh, everyone's talking about what a great job you did saving the hostages.
Oh, at least some people are grateful.
You're a real hero, sir. Can I help you find something?
Oh, I don't think we need directions. We found all of these locations already. Thank you very much.
I'll find my way.
Of course. Have a good evening, sir.
Yeah, I thought you were keeping a voicemail for me or whatever. Some receptionists did do that, right? Okay, so well, great. And we walk onto the streets for the very first time and see what we can accomplish.
Talk's all over the office, Mr. J. You really took care of those Purity First assholes. Wish I could have been there to see it.
Yeah, no augmentation, so must be a bargain basement security in this universe, I think. Well, welcome to Detroit City downtown. Looks all orange, because it was the visual style of this game, of course. At least until the director's cut, I believe.
Mrs. Reed?
Oh, Adam, I'm sorry you startled me. And please, call me Cassandra. You and Megan were together long enough. I was waiting for
Hopefully
you.
Hopefully not for too long.
Out here? Why not come meet me inside?
I don't know. I guess I'm just not ready. This is where you work, but to me, this is also the place where I lost my daughter.
Yeah, I can empathize with that, of course.
I know what you mean. It's never been the same for me either.
I guess it's not meant to be easy. It seems there's just no right way to deal with something like this. And I can't even begin to imagine how things have been for you.
You don't want to know about today.
Yeah. A lot of things changed 6 months ago.
I can't get over how much they've changed you. At first, I couldn't even believe you were still alive. How do you handle all of this?
Yeah, we didn't, but I guess some augmentations could come in handy sometimes. No, they went way beyond that. I think our boss actually ordered them to. Yeah, that's what we do here, but the chief of security is still after all.
I do what I have to do, augmented or not.
You seem very pragmatic, Adam. Maybe you should
I can
be
assure you we
careful
aren't,
not to
Cassandra.
trivialize such traumatic changes.
Can I ask why you wanted to see me?
Yes, of course. I'm sorry. I'm here about Megan. About what happened to her, or rather, about the investigation into what happened.
What about it?
Well, simply put, I feel something is not quite right with the way the case was handled.
You think there was some foul play involved?
I do. Call it mother's intuition. But when speaking to some of the investigators, there were a lot of inconsistencies. And then I met this detective, a man called Chase. He agreed things weren't handled by the book, although he has no proof.
And now you want to find out more?
I'll never hear my daughter laugh again, Adam. I'll never get a call from her to ask how I've been, or have the chance to ask her about her day. She was stolen from me. However unjustified this all is, I still want to know why it happened. You're not the same, Adam. And we've yet to see if it's for better or worse.
Yeah, I have my reservations about this.
I know you loved Megan. Please, will you help me find out what really happened to her?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, right away here, actually.
I never got a chance to investigate the attack myself.
heartbeat, especially for you.
This means the world to me, Adam. Really.
The first thing I'll need to do is meet with this detective, Chase.
Good. He works part-time as a security guard
what a
in an apartment
coincidence.
building on Brooklyn Court. I'll be waiting for you in your apartment lobby once you're done.
Why does a detective need to work part-time as a security guard?
Oh, he retired soon after the case. I don't really know the details. Maybe he'll tell you more.
Interesting. Seems sketchy. And then people walk off the screen because you know how things work in RPGs, yes? Oh, they actually have Detroit's finest on the front steps. Could be a good idea. Yeah, also augmented, I see, officer.
Is there a problem, sir?
Not really. At least they're wearing a helmet. That's a good start. Okay. Well, we already have all the details. Maybe they should have asked. Maybe. Yeah. As you can see, people are very absorbed with their pocket secretaries, even in this universe, or particularly in this universe.
I don't really have anything against it. I just think it's disgusting. I mean, grafting metal into your skin? Yuck.
I guess you don't have any tattoos.
Well,
it's not
that's not the same. Yeah, what the heck?
You don't need to take drugs for the rest of your life when you have a tattoo.
Well,
except for patient X, I guess.
Your body is up to you.
Yeah? Well, when everybody's done doing what they want, what happens to people like us who refuse to become machines?
Yeah, that's one of the core problems or issues in this universe.
And the next thing you know, we'll be the ones living in derelict row.
Wow, you really don't have an opinion on this, do you?
Yeah, okay. Well, it may just be a shit chat, but of course we know they're actually raising some pretty decent points.
Can you believe it? We had the place surrounded, and we were ordered to hang back. Since when do we take orders from David Sarif?
Maybe there was some hazardous material they were worried about.
More like there was something illegal in there that they wanted the rent-a-cop to get rid of. We should have never let that guy in.
I thought Jensen did okay. He helped save the hostages.
He got lucky.
Yes, but also lucky for the final conversation, of course. Since I'm not the negotiator, you know, just want to point out again. And yeah, okay, well, Pia wide, okay, fantastic. Well, some things never change. Some things never change, of course. Yeah, imagine how this must have felt for the police officers on scene. You know, like seriously.
Welcome to the Detroit Automated Information Network, including directory assistance, tourist information, and street quest.
Yeah, it's not too far away.
Temporarily offline. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, right? Okay, so we can also take a look at the futuristic cars, because downtown is the only area in Detroit City that's still somewhat functional. Yeah, still cops you can also knock out if you feed the inclination, but I'm not sure why you would. Or even kill them, then once again, why would you even? Okay, road closed. Yeah, it's a hub area, but it's not the largest hub area, of course. And we learned something about an arms dealer in one of those back alleys next to a derelict gas station after the oil crash of 2015. Yeah, so we walk off downtown, off the main street, and immediately everything looks completely run down here. Okay. Free entrance. Wow, really, free entrance. But nothing is ever free in this universe, of course. Missing people, of course, as you would think, in trash. So what's in the trash bag here? Nothing. That's what I thought.
Thanks for at least talking to me. Most people just walk on by like I'm invisible.
Oh, these are some rough parallels to real life, incidentally.
Poor in this city.
Yeah, oh boy. I'm not living in the United States, but I've heard and also read about horror stories about this particular problem. Yeah, also the homeless problem, but also the other things you just mentioned. Windsor, Ontario, of course. Detroit Tunnel.
I can't believe this whole hostage thing. Terrorists on our own soil?
I know, and that guy Taggart claiming he has no connection? I don't believe that for a second.
I heard he's coming to make a speech at the convention center.
Yeah,
that's like when the
so.
NRA went to Columbine after the second time.
Moses himself, coming to free us from the evil pharaoh, Seraph II.
Yeah. Well, let's hope for a plague on all the humanity front houses.
That may actually happen, right? The Deus Ex does it not have in some way or another. Okay, about e-bikes. E-bikes are super popular these days. Maybe not so much in 2011. But of course we still have a very large flat screen TVs. Recharging station, yes, okay. Well, that certainly has become very commonplace. Detroit People Mover still in operation, I see. It was a modernized version. Yeah, some areas are only accessible once you have some augmentations, because there's something back here, I think, right? Yeah, I do believe actually in Project Snowblind we could climb some of these fences, but there was never any opportunity to do so, because there was no need courtesy of the level design. Okay, bus stop, I think. Yeah, of course they still have public transportation. I guess we leave you alone for now, sir. So it doesn't make any sense to me that all these street signs have been replaced with holograms, because they would be a lot more energy intensive, right? Even the stop signs, as we saw in Panama City. Quality demolition, huh? Interesting. Oh, that must be the gas station. Oh, it's on the way, I presume. Okay, that was a demonstration. They did say as much. Yeah. Okay, well, because of the crippling addiction, I would figure. I guess we obviously need for some ammo, and the sooner we make some connections with the black market, the better, right? Wouldn't you say? That's probably a good idea. About this. Okay, this is downtown. The cops are policing the main street, and we have an armed fucker here. And obviously, I'm not the only one aware of this black market operation, right? Yeah, hello there. Bodyguard. And you must be the arms dealer with your own shotgun and a cigarette. Okay.
You got anything you want to buy or sell? I'm the guy you want to deal with. Everything's on the computer, right at your fingertips.
Yes, of course, unlike Deus Ex 4, we cannot, of course, just have these items manufactured, you know. As you would think. Okay, we can actually sell some stuff as well. If we want to get rid of the machine pistol, for instance. Do we want to? It sells only for 380. Okay, that's not exactly great, at least in my opinion. At the moment, we are in need of basic firearms. Probably, so we hold on to this. Maybe some ammo could be a good idea. So what's on offer? Pistol ammo. Eventually, we do go loud, of course. So only has pistol ammo, I think. Yeah, upgrades. How pricey? 25 for a box of ammo is even cheaper than it was in Deus Ex 4. So I think I take a couple of them, but it's only 5 really. Is it so minuscule? Okay. And then sort out, really, they only have like, what, 20 rounds for a pistol? Really? How's that sensible? Okay, well, maybe some trank guards then. These are not for the stun gun, right? They are for the firearm we don't have, but we certainly do want. This for the shotgun we don't have. Damage upgrade for the machine pistol, maybe. And there's actually a tranquilizer rifle. I'm not sure it would be super useful. Also, mine template. I think we combine them with grenades to make whatever we desire. Okay, interesting.
Be sure to tell all your friends. Just not the cops.
Wow, the cops supposedly already know, because they're dealing off Main Street. Okay, well, fantastic. Come in, we are open, where evidently we are. Yeah, fantastic. Design Industries. It's all about augmentations in this universe. But okay, so we're coming back here and everything looks completely run down, full of hobos. Interesting. Right, fantastic. Okay, so, I mean, it's certainly worse than real life Detroit. Even though it's the condensed version of it, of course.
I ain't no guinea pig. Ain't no way I was getting ogged just to keep my job. I ain't no guinea pig.
Yeah, I don't believe I would let myself get augmented as well.
The Lord God made you in his own image. Why would you desecrate yourself?
Grayson hooked me up with some real tight merch. Those Ugg lovers get in my face now, I'm ready to pop them.
Grayson? Where he at these days?
Yo, where you been, man? He been running shit through that abandoned gas station for weeks.
Thing.
Oh, word? I wanted to get some upgrades for my Zenith 10 mil.
He can hook you up nice, man. If you go, tell him I sent you. I want a discount next time.
Word.
Okay, I suppose we cannot make use of this particular discount. But good thing we can upgrade our pistol. And certainly the best firearm in the game. Okay, it's unlocked really. So where are we going? Oh, okay. I guess since we're here, why don't we take a look at that and see what's going on? That must be the detective, I guess. Hello there, the detective. Former Detective Chase.
Hello there.
Well, you must be Adam Jensen.
A keen observation.
Mrs. Reed told me you might pay me a visit. And don't take this the wrong way, but you're kind of hard to miss.
I'll try to take that as a compliment. She told me you might have information regarding Megan Reed's case and the attack on Seraph headquarters.
Oh boy, what a mess. Total pissing match. We had the feds on our ass, orders from 3 different departments, and pressure from so many lobbyists it felt like being the scrawny new kid in a prison shower.
It is a very high-profile case.
That's nasty imagery.
Mrs. Reed said you thought some procedures were overlooked.
You got that right. I mean, you know how it is. Mrs. Reed told me you used to be a cop. There's always cases where you see the lazy officers taking shortcuts. But this was different.
Different how?
Too much stuff got overlooked. People seemed way too eager to jump to conclusions, and every time I was remotely insistent, I got turned down by ranking officers. People wanted to bury this thing fast. That's never a good sign.
Surely you have something more substantial than this.
Yeah, well, that's where you come in. I got a couple of leads I could never fully investigate. I started poking around, but these government-type agents just gave me the creeps. I got scared. Months away from retirement, I didn't want to fuck things up.
How stereotypical.
But you obviously have the means to get to the bottom of this.
So what have you got?
First off, there's a rumor that the order to close the investigation came from higher up, maybe even outside the local department. Anything like that would have passed through Captain Penn. There might be traces of this left on his office computer.
But then again,
guess I'll have to pay a visit to the local precinct.
Well, while you're there, there was an officer assigned to the case, Chet Wagner. He's not what you call a choir boy. And when he suddenly got brought on the case, I got suspicious. Somebody wanted him there. And I'm pretty sure he tampered with some of the evidence. You should talk to him. Find out what he knows.
Okay, I'll have a little chat with Officer Wagner.
You'll most likely find him in the
Wagner,
lobby.
please. Wagner.
He got retrograded from his conduct, and he takes depositions now. He won't budge easily. But I'm pretty sure you can find some dirt on him on his desktop.
Sure, we add it to our list.
His office is on the 3rd floor. You might find something there to help loosen up his tongue.
Anything else worth looking into?
Yeah, when the order came down to close the case, the bulk of the evidence was stashed in a storage locker. Maybe you can find some interesting stuff in there. It's on the alley right next to the station. The code is 4891. But I know an outside agency had access to that locker, so be careful.
Thanks for the heads up.
It's nothing. And, please, don't bother coming back here with details.
Yeah, better
don't get
off
me
not
wrong,
knowing.
I'm glad to help. But the less I know about this case, the better I'll feel.
Okay, well, maybe some info could be of interest.
You said an outside agency may have tampered with a storage locker. What did you mean by that?
Well, I've seen, I've heard that government agents may have locked up some of the more sensitive evidence in a safe inside the locker.
Come on, Chase. What are you not telling me?
Damn it. Okay, listen.
Oh no.
I snooped around that locker before and found the safe
I shouldn't have.
But I kinda got caught by one of those guys. He knows I know, Jensen. If I give you the code, they'll know I talked. Call me negative, but I can't think of a nice outcome to that.
Yeah, but we know why, because he got spooked. He said as much to Adam, be more observant, frankly. I don't think it's necessary, BD, so I think just leave him be for now.
That's all I need for now.
According to his request, okay, hopefully he can stay safe for now, because, well, if these are the same people I'm thinking about back here, that could be a bit nasty. They will be back for revenge if he fumbled his operation, which hopefully doesn't happen. So, how far can we sprint? Oh, okay, I can see it now. Not very fast, the answer, of course. Yeah, okay, there's a limb clinic. The precinct is like, what, 200 meters away, and there's an abandoned gas station right off Main Street dealing in firearms. Do you know this? Of course you do. Yeah, alrighty then. Can you tell me about what went down here, sir?
Nice night for a walk. But you might want to stay out of derelict row, knowing how the local gang feels about people.
Yeah, they're angry, of course. I think we have to deal with them anyhow. Okay, limb clinic, but at least I don't see any smashed windows.
These limb riots are being organized by the government. They want an excuse to exact martial law and split this country up.
Keep it down, pal. People are on the edge right now, and we don't want any more trouble.
What will you say when you're kidnapped by a bunch of augmented soldiers and put in a concentration camp?
Das seems a bit
I've
extrem.
put much thought into it, okay? Haven't you heard of REX 84? FEMA is setting up camps right here in Detroit.
Yeah, and Stevie Y is actually a 600-year-old vampire.
Huh. Well, it's a hobo. What can he do? Then again, we can question him.
This is just the first step in the plan.
Alright. Well, we know it's a big conspiracy in the Deus Ex universe, but how big exactly? Alright, it's a big area. So, okay, this leads to the convention center, I think. Well, that's not where we need to be going right now. I guess Seraph keeps the tabs on all operations we encounter.
Approve of these protests. These Lim people are drug
Don't keep
pushers.
them waiting. No.
Someone is getting rich while the rest of us are suffering.
I wouldn't know about those things. All I know is that this violence doesn't serve anyone.
Well, I guess the question now becomes, will the pro-human groups retaliate when Bill Taggart gets here?
He's that Humanity Front guy, right?
He's speaking at the convention center in a few days.
Ugh, that's gonna be a day from hell.
Okay, also first things first, we get our checkup. Yeah, and listening on the conversation. Yes, sir, I see. Yeah, thankfully there aren't many loading screens in the PC version of Human Revolution, unlike Deus Ex 4, because it wasn't a mobile game, of course. Look on his face says he doesn't approve of any.
Ah, Mr. Jensen. David Seraph told me you'd be dropping by. I've just been reviewing the test results we received on you last week.
Should I start rolling up my sleeves?
Surprisingly, no. I see no trace of glial tissue buildup in any of your charts.
We did?
It's been 6 months, Doc. Shouldn't I be under Rapazine shots by now?
One would think, but these test results show no signs of implant rejection. If anything, the bond between tissue and electrodes seems to be getting stronger.
So I'm free to go?
Well, Mr. Seraph did ask me to discuss another topic with you. You are aware that several precautionary measures had to be put into place during your first surgery?
Not all of my implants were switched on, I know.
The damage caused by the hematoma had to be taken into account. Your brain needed time to recover, to get used to the mechanical neural processors and turn them on naturally over time.
Cut to the chase, Doc. What does Seraph want?
Yeah, that's all that matters here, really.
You might be ready to speed up the activation process using special software known as Praxis kits.
You mean I don't have to wait for my augmentations to kick in naturally anymore?
You can, if you prefer.
Can
but
we?
Mr. Seraph did make a generous donation to Lim in your name.
We can.
Thus ensuring that Praxis software linked to your particular neuro enhancements would always be available to you and you alone. Please, take a look.
Sure, why not? I think we get one free Praxis point, don't we? Probably. Interesting. Okay, 5,000. Well, maybe we need some firearms, you know, or some ammo. Oh, Typhoon ammo is already available. Okay, interesting. Alright, there's a hypostim, which probably is an... Okay, so it's an health kit, essentially. That's a better one of the painkillers. This gives us more energy bars. Okay, 3 at most. I guess we can buy hypostim, why not? Maybe 2, could be a good idea. As long as I don't forget to use them, frankly. Okay, these are useful, but we have a couple of them on stockpile.
Very well, Mr. Jensen. Use it in good health.
Okay, fantastic. So our checkup has been completed now, by the looks of it. Of course, it's all about Seraph, and by extension also about augmentations, exclusively for the most part. Okay, so, I guess we saw a letter, so why don't we get to it and see what we can do? Could be interesting. I have no idea where it leads to be honest. Okay, we're breaking into the precinct. I'm sure there are better ways than just walking through the front door. Probably. Alright, we're out of here.
Protesting is not against the law.
I know that, officer. But some of those guys were carrying tire irons and setting garbage cans on fire.
That's what's short force, of course.
Those were the ones we arrested. The rest were merely exercising their right to free speech.
What about my right to come to work each day without fearing for my life? I've still got to walk home tonight.
I understand your concern. But if you want round-the-clock protection, I suggest you hire a private security.
What type of response is that, officer? Who are you really serving here? The public trust? I beg to differ. Great, of course. Well, right. Well, we find out these things as we learn more about the universe. Hopefully not just about augmentations exclusively.
Adam?
Oh.
Yeah, I just spoke to Vera Markovic.
Of course, he keeps tabs on everything. That's what I said.
You aren't getting any Praxis kits installed?
All you said to do was see the doctor. I did that.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'm just surprised you didn't take advantage of the account I set up for you. But no matter. Right now I want to know who that corpse is. Head over to the police station and get his neural hub. And Adam, if you can't talk your way in, consider making a strategic retreat. There's gotta be another entrance in the side of the building.
Okay, well, I mean, we're walking up here, and people are not saying anything about this apparently. Well, whatever, it's just a regular day in the office. Okay, there we have a keypad type 4, okay. I'm not sure where it leads to, possibly, but this will be out of our reach, although it could not be. Okay, it looks of course a bit different compared to Deus Ex 4, but ultimately it's the exact same thing. Yeah, hacking capture. So, okay, we could upgrade this presumably, right? Couldn't we? We are free, and it takes free. Seraph, a Series 8 energy converter. Interesting. Health system is already maxed out, which is good because we are going to need it. I think we are not capable of functioning without any augmentations. I think our body has been shot to pieces after the incident 6 months ago. Yeah, I do believe most of them are exactly the same as the Deus Ex 4, including the cloaking system I never used in the original playthrough, I believe. Automatic, okay. Run silently, we already saw that, didn't we? I mean, in default, of course. Yeah, there's our upper increase. 15, 13, and then that's all we get back here. It's even worse than it was in Deus Ex 4, incidentally. So it's only 45, not 60% damage reduction. That's concerning. So maybe gunfights are out of the question for the most part. If you don't have to drop on multiple enemies at the same time. Okay, there's our wall hacks. Okay. Social enhancer. Yeah, that's something that we're talking about. Later on we can disperse some pheromones. Could be an option, but then again, Adam Jensen is evidently not a negotiator, as we saw. And sometimes we simply cannot resolve our complications here with talking only. Sometimes it would be unavoidable to resort to force, or at least a show of force. But hacking could be very important, but not essential. Some doors can be destroyed, and some objects as well, I think. Stealth, but it's only for hacking, of course. Rebriefer allows us to sprint further, I would think. Oh, toxic gas must be in the game, evidently. Wow, 2.5 seconds for additional sprinting duration. Well, it could be a lifesaver, of course, as long as we don't get gunned down at the same time. There's a typhoon. Range 8 meters. Oh, they said it was a suicide bomber stream and they weren't joking. Interesting, it's available so early on in the game. I didn't remember that. Aim stabilizer, I don't need any of the stinking aim stabilization stuff, you know. Okay, but maybe carrying some heavy objects would be a good idea. Not necessarily the inventory, but once we add some other firearms to the mix, like sniper rifles or the rocket launcher, that could be good. We need to deal with these heavies in some way or another, don't we? And this could be decent. Okay, but I suppose we can take a look-see at the storage locker and then call it quits for this recording session. That could not be uncalled for. So level 4 we could get in here if we want to spend all of our praxis points. But at the moment I don't, since we can install them whenever we desire, you know. Okay, so it's over here someplace, they say.
Oh please, you can't actually believe that Purity First are freedom fighters.
Not yet. But just wait until the machine men take over.
You watch too many movies.
Seriously, dude. Bill Taggart and Purity First are the only ones who've got the guts to defend us against those
true believer, I see.
Interesting that you include those two in the same sentence.
You listen to too much left-wing radio.
Is there even any left-wing media remaining in this universe? Doesn't look like the part, frankly. Alright, right, I said next to the police station, I think, in some way or another. If we can find a way in here. Or at least into the alley, that would be a start, wouldn't it be? I'm not going to walk for the front door, people will recognize me immediately. And yeah, that's what I said here earlier. Why is it using a hologram? I mean, a metal sign doesn't take any electricity, does it though? Yeah, Detroit's finest. To serve and protect. Unless being told to sit put there, presumably, by some entrepreneur who isn't even part of the police force. No, that's also not the way to go. There's actually a cop standing there. But as said, be prepared for anything. And let me guess, we couldn't even hack through this area anyhow, right? Couldn't we? Okay, then so it doesn't leave us with too many options, so we have to get back here somehow, in some place. Interesting. Yeah, for the sewers? Well, probably. I don't remember there being sewers in the game. I'm not the only one trash picking. Okay, that's always good. Speaking of which. That's what I thought. Huh. Okay then. Well, it just happens we can move some of these crates, but I don't think that will reach all the way wide, and the panel will be on the other side, but it's probably how we're going to get into the back alley. Looks pretty dangerous actually. Wow, it's very default incidentally. Okay, but I can see the oh, BD. That's kind of neat of a performance here, sir. Sweet beats too, huh?
I can do that.
Really? Well, you're free to try there, civilian. Yeah, that's nice. I like that. These leather pants. Straight out of the 70s, I see. Must be uncomfortable.
Hey, Jensen. Long time.
Oh, hello
no
there.
see. Come on,
A working lady. We've been keeping some company, apparently. Yeah, we're still looking for that man who covered, just stumbling my way through the area, and apparently we have reached some city portions of downtown.
God, I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, well, why though? I guess we can introduce ourselves to that lady. Miss Alexander.
Jensen. My God, it's been a while. Remember me? We used to work the old 17th precinct back in the day. Man, I wish I could go with the good old you haven't changed at all bit, but that'd be complete and utter bullshit, right?
Yeah, I think so. Flirty, right, right, okay, I guess we could be friendly for now, even though it's probably, yeah, gets a funny response.
Yeah, I guess that's one way to put it. I like your new style. A bit revealing for my taste, but not entirely unappealing.
Oh, yeah? Well, don't get your hopes up, big boy. I'm undercover, keeping tabs on derelict row-ballers.
Okay.
I've got a hunch something big's coming.
Why do I get the sudden feeling you're about to include me into that something big?
Because you're clever.
Did you have a man who cover back your
That and the
shots?
fact that, well, it's pretty obvious. But jokes aside, you couldn't have come at a better time, Jensen. This case I'm on, we're stalling and we could use a little external help.
Go ahead.
I'm with IA now, and we're working a sting on a dirty cop named Jack O'Malley. Elusive motherfucker. I mean, Men in Black elusive. We know he's involved in drugs, weapon dealing, tied into the gangs. But he's clever, and we just can't seem to pin anything on him. I swear, he's got friends in high places.
Yeah, but then he's not the only one.
And where do I fit in all this?
You're an outsider. You can go places we legally can't.
Like the police
I
precinct?
need someone to do a couple of things. Break into his apartment.
Of course.
Sneak into DRB territory, and finally, go undercover posing as a hitman. This guy is nothing minor, Jensen. He's the real deal. Major player,
you're trusting this
major
to us?
consequences.
I see.
We have to get him before shit hits the fan. You in?
I guess we're always looking for work, even though we do have a steady salary, don't we?
How about the target, O'Malley? Got any more info?
He's a cop, but he went on assignment with the feds for a while. No reports, no address, nothing. We're pretty sure he got tied up in major covert ops, but never got anything solid on him. He has a badge, but he doesn't feel like a cop at all.
Alright, do we really want to deal with the gangbangers?
I haven't walked the beat in a while.
Yeah.
Could you give me a quick sit-rep of the local gangs?
You know, gangs are not the finest example of evolution, if you catch my drift. Everything's pretty much the same. The derelict row-ballers are still dealing and stealing, getting into fights with OGs, and defacing augmented people's property.
Yeah, right. Upstanding citizens.
And then on the other end of the spectrum, you have the Motor City Bangers. Ignorant scumbags just like the DRBs, only some of them are augmented scumbags.
Yeah, well, fantastic. Do we really want to dabble in that? Well, I suppose we're dealing with the corrupt elements of the police force anyway, so why not, I guess?
Can't let a guy like that roam free.
It's something Jensen may be doing.
I'm in.
All right then, let's get to work. Like I said, I've got a couple of very promising leads, but O'Malley's got friends among the powers that be. I wouldn't be able to get my hands on a warrant, even if I had footage of the perp confessing in real time as he's finger-painting his motive on the wall in the victim's blood. So I guess we're gonna have to break a few rules.
Just a few? Yes, indeed we do.
Okay. But we have to be careful how we handle this. It could discredit your investigation.
True, but thing is, Jensen, it's either this or there simply won't be an investigation.
It wouldn't be at first.
You know me, I usually play by the book. Only this time, the bad guy's a friend of the publisher.
Great, alright, sure. Interesting, but he's of course dealing with something illegal.
What's this about getting into DRB territory?
Yeah, I needed to get in there and
check on the
ladies.
They're hearing this, aren't they?
We managed to gain access to solid information that will tie it to O'Malley, but I need proof it's really there. They've probably stashed it around somewhere.
A cop dealing weapons to a criminal anti-Aug gang? Not a pretty picture.
Got that right. I guess we both agree. Nothing good can come out of this, huh? I don't know where exactly the DRB's cache is, but I know there's a bonus for you if you manage to sneak in and out without being spotted. Would make shit easier to handle on my side.
No promises there. Maybe we are more up to this compared to being a negotiator. I can see this happening.
So what am I looking for in O'Malley's apartment?
Information, drugs, weapons. Basically anything you think can be used to build a stronger case against him. The more you get, the better.
Well, as long as we don't plant any evidence, I guess.
What about the undercover assignment? Posing as a hitman.
O'Malley's crafty, and even a bit paranoid. He's always using proxies, scapegoats, and red herrings to get us off his ass. But after months of schmoozing, we finally got through to one of his guys. Turned him into a mole. He provides us with information, stuff like that.
And he's gonna be my way in?
Exactly. Yesterday, another one of O'Malley's guys whacked someone, a drug dealer. There's a witness, but we don't have any details. O'Malley does, and he wants someone to take care of the mess. The usual guy just got busted for possession, so the contact will send you in to pose as his replacement. O'Malley will be waiting for you in an alley next to the police station.
Oh, and you want me to milk him to get the info on the witness?
You haven't lost your touch, Jensen. We think O'Malley will ask you to retrieve the murder weapon, use it to kill the witness, and then plant it on a scapegoat he can arrest later. What you need to do is get that weapon and bring it to me.
And you're just waiting here then, I guess?
We're almost positive he's a member of the MCBs. Once you know the location, you'll need to get there, take care of any opposition, and prep him for retrieval.
Prep him?
Well, you know, he's a gangbanger, Jensen. He's not going to turn in peacefully, but we need him alive. So I guess you're going to have to play this one macho and knock him out.
Well,
one of our guys will then just happen to stumble upon him. You know, serendipity.
Okay, let's do this. You can contact me on my info link if anything comes up.
It seems extremely sketchy, but then again,
Oh,
I think if
Jensen,
we do
one
it
last
sketchy.
thing. To protect my cover, it'd be better if you only contact me again once you've taken care of everything.
Of course, as long as the ladies don't spill the beans, because they evidently heard it, didn't they? Okay, these are with yet another objective to take care of. Now, so this is side quest. Of course, there are plenty of side quests in every single hub area, I believe. Yeah. Okay, all of these seem to be pretty difficult. Okay, well, I guess we never found the storage locker because we don't have any way to get to the back alley anywhere. Okay, well, it was a super long recording session, so I do believe we should probably focus on this next episode, right? Shouldn't we?
Satisfaction guaranteed, or you get another try for free.
Lady, I may take up on that offer, lady, but not right now. So, okay, I think it's all we can do for today. So, as usual, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time.